The trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, facing charges in the shootings of 3 people. 2 of them were killed during police protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Today, the unusual scene when the judge had Kyle Rittenhouse himself pulling numbers from a lottery-style drum at random to ultimately determine the jury that would decide his fate. In the end, 7 women and 5 men, 1 person of color. The prosecution argued this can't be self-defense when you create the provocation, that there's no self-defense against a danger you create. The defense arguing it was self-defense, arguing Rittenhouse thought his life was in danger. Rittenhouse facing 5 criminal counts, and if convicted on the most severe charge, he faces up to life in prison. The jury today requesting extra copies of the judge's instructions that run some 36 pages long. And tonight, as we await a verdict in this case, some 500 National Guard troops are standing by outside Kenosha. Our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, leading us off from Kenosha tonight.
In the courtroom in Kenosha today, a striking moment. Kyle Rittenhouse facing life in prison if he's convicted on the most serious charge, drawing the numbers himself at random, determining which of the 18 jurors who watched the entire trial will decide his fate.
Number 9 and number 52.
In the end, those jurors, 7 women and 5 men. One of the 12 is a person of color. Rittenhouse faces 5 felony charges, from first-degree intentional homicide, the most serious charge, to reckless endangerment. So the jury must look at each of the 3 shootings, 2 of them deadly, Rittenhouse committed that night last year. Each one captured on videotape and testified to by witnesses.
I thought that the defendant was an active shooter.
This case carrying unmistakable political overtones, those protests sparked by a police shooting, and the defense clearly trying to put the protesters themselves on trial.
The rioters, the demonstrators who turned into rioters, those are the individuals who bring us forth. They were pushing, firing dumpsters, destroying property.
Everything this community went through, the only person who shot and killed anyone was the defendant. Yes, there was property damage. No one's here to defend that. You cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create.
This small city still traumatized by that night. The local sheriff today issuing a statement saying he sees no reason for curfews or road closures, and Wisconsin's governor urging people to remain peaceful.
All right, let's get right back to Terry Moran tonight. And Terry, a couple of things today. That drawing of the numbers determining the jury here by Rittenhouse himself. I don't remember ever seeing that. Have you? And the second question, of course, the jury asking for more copies of the instructions.
That's right, David. On Kyle Rittenhouse choosing the numbers, I've never seen a defendant do that. Many lawyers I've talked to have never seen that. It's usually the court clerk or the judge, but this judge, as we've seen, has his own ways. As for what the jurors are looking for, they did it in 2 stages. The first thing they wanted, the law of self-defense and of how a defendant gives it up if they provoke the attack. That's the heart of this case. And then they wanted it all. So they're being methodical, like most jurors do. David?
Terry Moran into the night there, and tomorrow we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Terry, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.